So what's up YouTube, welcome back to another video with me. I am of course Lethal Apollo, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Beta Blackout. So Blackout is Call of Duty Black Ops 4's version of a Battle Royale mode. It consists of 86 players, although they did intend to only have 80. I do believe though that the Call of Duty fanbase wanted 100 players, as most other Battle Royale games have 100 players. But I think we've settled on 86 for now. The game pace feels okay, to be honest. I've not had any problem finding a game or had much trouble finding players. There's character customization and all sorts of cool things going on here. You can use Blackout characters, you can use some of the old school zombie characters. There's been an update that allows you to now play as Mason, Mendez, Reznov and Woods. You can also play as the new Black Ops 4 zombie characters in the future when the game will be released, I believe. There's also some specialists from Black Ops 3 and stuff like that. So it's all pretty cool, and I'm sure there'll be more characters added on release, as I said. The vehicle movement and stuff in the game feels pretty smooth. I've got to be honest, the lorry feels maybe a little sluggish at times, and you can take damage if you like fall out of it while the vehicle's moving, or if you jump off your quad while it's moving, you will take damage, which I think maybe need a little buff, because the quad damage can be quite frustrating sometimes, especially when you jump off it backwards and expect to take no damage because you're going quite slowly, and then you find you've just done 50 or 60 damage to your health bar. It's not very good in my opinion, so I think that'll need a little buff maybe. But the overall handling of the vehicles are pretty well. As I said, the lorry's a little sluggish and slow. It feels like Halo in a way, where you're using the analog sticks to control the vehicle. The quad by far has the best handling. The speedboat itself is pretty good as well. I like it. It's a good addition in my opinion, and you can jump on it in with your squad and just go about your business looking for targets around the map. It is pretty cool. I do like the stuff they're doing here, guys. It is all awesome and pretty impressive in my opinion. Some people are complaining about the graphics in the beta, saying that it's being displayed at 720p up-res to 1080, and for the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X Scorpion that it's upscaled from 900p to 1080p. But guys, to be honest, I can't really tell the difference, and it runs really smooth, and I'm using just the standard PS4 Slim. I'm not using the Pro version, and it runs at 60 frames a second, guys. I've not had any glitches or anything like that. It seems to be doing just fine. The graphics might be a little on the downside compared to multiplayer. If you think multiplayer graphics are bad, then you might think this is even worse. But in my opinion, it's better than PUBG, and it runs much smoother than PUBG does on the Xbox One. So full credits to Treyarch and Activision for that. A lot of interesting areas on the map. We've got feature locations including Nuketown, which is where I'm at now. This place will feel familiar to you guys, although it is a lot bigger and there's a lot more open areas, and you can go into the Nuketown bunker and stuff like that, which is all pretty cool. You've also got Asylum and the Diner. The Diner is one of the locations that I'm at now. You get zombies that spawn in these locations as well, which is also pretty cool. They give you good drops when you kill them, but I do think the zombies are a little strong. However, the damage they actually do to you when they hit you is like 1 tick of damage per hit or something like that. You could literally get surrounded by 10 or 15 zombies hitting you, and you would still only lose like 50 of your health. They do drop some really good loot, as I said, so it is worth killing them, but obviously that will then attract attention of other players in the area that can hear the gunfire or that are also looking for the Easter eggs. But it's all good additions in my opinion. It's all really good ideas from Treyarch, and you've just got to love it. You've just got to love the little zombie Easter eggs, the musical songs that they've put in there, and all that sort of stuff. It fits in with the map pretty good in my opinion. The map is actually 1,500 times bigger than any other multiplayer map, and that in itself, guys, deserves credit and I find quite impressive. As I said, It is running really smooth as well, so that's all great. One of the major complaints I do have is this: now while you're looting, you literally have to look down at the floor to pick the item up, and in which case you can get jumped on by enemies. You can't even see somebody come in the room sometimes because you're there looking at the floor at what you're trying to pick up, and as you can imagine, that can get really frustrating. But they are doing updates, and Treyarch are listening to the fans right now, guys. They are responding on Twitter and other places and confirming that they're doing updates, hotfixes and stuff like that. In fact, they've already done some hotfixes, some of which I will just quickly inform you of now. One of them is the consumables. When you pick the consumables up off the floor, you press up on your D-pad to consume that consumable. It used to be different times for different consumables, but now they are all 2 seconds each. So that's a pretty good improvement. Now it's pretty even across the board. Level 3 and level 2 armor was buffed because level 3 armor was ridiculously strong, especially if somebody had a trauma kit. So that gives them plus 50 health on top of the 150. So they will be running around with 200 health and a level 3 armor. I saw a video from Neros Cinema. You should go and check out his channel. He's a pretty good YouTuber, where he actually got a drop on a player, and you could see he at least hit 5 or 6 shots on the enemy before the enemy even engaged with him. But he still managed to die to that player, and it was because of the level 3 vests. I do believe they've sorted that out. Another great addition is the magic box. Everybody was astounded at the blue light, and everybody were like rats to cheese looking at this blue light on day one, guys. All the helicopters, the quads, the vehicles, everybody were making the way to the blue lights. And the blue lights in the sky are, as you would imagine, the magic boxes. They can drop some really good loot. You only get an item out of them, but you normally get something like a level 2 vest or above, or a sniper or something like that. You can get something that's pretty good and useful in the game. The mystery box is a good addition again, in my opinion, and adds something else to the game. You've also got the weapons returning from all of the Call of Duties in the past, from the Black Ops series, and the attachment system that's similar to Black Ops 3, where you would get a pick 10 point system, but it doesn't work on a point system, but you do get to pick and use attachments. You can also rearrange and deselect attachments and change sights and scopes and stuff like that, which is all good stuff. One of the other updates that they're working on is your own footsteps. Your own footsteps can be really, really annoying at times, guys. In certain areas of the map, you'll be kind of strafing sideways, and you'll be looking around thinking, is there someone behind me? I'm sure I heard someone. And then you'll spend the next 2 minutes scouting the area, looking around, aiming in random places and looking at random rocks and bushes, and it was your footsteps all along. So I believe they're working on making the footsteps clearer between yours and your enemies, so you can distinguish the difference. Another thing that they've been working on is the bullet penetration, where when somebody shoots through a window, say if there's a player inside a building and there's a player shooting from outside the building, when he hits the sniper shot, say for example if he hits a clean headshot, then the bullet would just hit the glass and obviously then alert the player, and you would then be engaged in a gunfight. So that's also been fixed now, whereas the sniper shot would actually penetrate the glass and do damage. They're also working on the easier pickup, which is the item proximity, which I do believe is a hotfix for the beta. So that should be improved over the next few days, especially by the time it reaches the PC release. Hopefully that will solve a lot of the people's complaints. They're going to do a better kill feed and give you more intel, because at the moment you don't have much intel when you die. You don't get to see anything really from your squad's point of view, and Call of Duty have argued that is because if you was down and you can see still, then you would be able to alert your remaining teammates to the enemy's locations and stuff, which would be obviously a disadvantage. But they are going to work on the kill feeds, so you still do get to see the kill feed and any intel that you might have acquired, like how many kills you got and how much damage you did to players, or how long you survived for, stuff like that. Another hotfix is the base jumping. When you base jump from the helicopter, you can skydive to gather momentum and speed. And then if you direct yourself properly, you can actually travel faster than the helicopter itself. So you can get from one end of the map to the other before the actual drop-off point. And that wasn't intended from Treyarch. So they are working on that, I believe. That might affect your drop zone, or you might have to think about where you're going to land a little more. Maybe it might add a little bit more skill base into the game, which is probably a good thing in my opinion. So what do we think of Blackout then, guys? Well, my first impressions was I was annoyed that they'd removed the Call of Duty Black Ops campaign and replaced it with Blackout. My thoughts were they're just jumping on the Battle Royale bandwagon, they're just jumping on that Battle Royale money, and they don't really give a stuff about the fans. But thinking about it, guys, if they had to choose development-wise, why would they choose the campaign over a thriving Royale series at the moment? They're going to engage a lot of players in this. This is going to, I wouldn't say it's going to take over Fortnite by a long shot. It'll definitely need a lot more work for that. But it is going to definitely compete. It will definitely attract a decent player base. Just the beta alone, as I said, I've not struggled to get any gameplay. I've not struggled to find a match at all. I've very rarely had any lag issues whatsoever. And when I have, I feel it's been on one of my teammates' internet's part and not on the game's part. The graphics, as I said, are probably downgraded slightly from multiplayer, but you've got to take into consideration, guys, the size of the map and the lobby size. There's 86 players dropping into a map. 86 players for Call of Duty game is a heck of a lot of players in one place at one time. But it is good. It's got room for improvement for sure. I am enjoying it. Right now I've got about 6 or 7 hours game time. I've just leveled up to rank 2. I know a lot of people have hit rank 3 and whatnot. They've maxed out the characters. But I haven't actually had that much time to play this, unfortunately. But I have got around 6 hours in up to now. I've got a few good kills. I've got a couple of victories. Unfortunately, this is one of the victories. This is actually my first victory. It was the second game of squads that we played, and we got the W straight away, so that was pretty cool and a good feeling. But yeah, I enjoy it, guys. Blackout will be released properly on the 12th of October 2018, and I personally can't wait for it. As I said, I was annoyed about the original campaign palaver, that they completely removed it. I thought that was a bit shocking maybe, and I thought they maybe struggle with this mode in the future. But it doesn't seem to be having any disappointment for any players, guys. I've not seen anybody really moan about it. I've not seen anybody complain, and everybody's really only got good things to say about it. All the streamers and the YouTubers that I've watched playing it have thoroughly enjoyed it and all said how good it is. And as I said earlier in the video, guys, what we need to take into consideration is that maybe they didn't have a choice with the campaign and the Battle Royale. Maybe they had to pick one or the other. And if you did have to choose, I do understand why they would pick a Battle Royale, especially with how many players it's attracting at the moment. It's kind of the most played genre. You've got Fortnite, you've got PUBG, you've got Realm Royale. You've got all sorts of copycats coming from all different development teams. Even Dying Light have got their own Battle Royale mode now. Dying Light's Bad Blood is also out, so I will have a up-to-date video on that as well. So keep an eye out for that one if you're interested in that, guys. I need to get a W on that still. We've not got the win on the Dying Light version yet, so we will have to do that for sure. But back to Blackout, guys. I can't wait for it personally. I'm looking forward to it. I will be playing it when it's released. Hopefully we can get some more wins before the beta ends on the 17th. It ends for everybody on the 17th, and it will be available for PC today, which is the 16th. I do apologise for this video being a little late, guys. I did mean to get it up a couple of days ago, but I have had a busy weekend and I've been out for the day today, so I've not had a chance to do it today either. But it's here now, guys, so I hope you have enjoyed it and you've took some information away from this video. If you have, guys, be sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And as I always say, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell most importantly, because subscriptions apparently don't mean anything anymore. The notification bell will be more important for you to get my uploads if you want to see my videos, that is, guys. But I would really appreciate you doing so. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Lethal Apollo. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye, have a great time.